So guys, yesterday we discussed about a virtualization, and that too we discussed about a server virtualization, and we have already seen VMware vSphere. Okay, compulsory go through once, guys. If you want to do installation and all, there is a one video I showed how to install it. I think so. I has only one video in a total videos. Only one video is having a how to install. Okay, I will share a document. In that document also you can see how to install it. Okay, and yesterday I shared one something like a mega storage kind of stuff, right? This link. Okay, just to copy this link. You can copy paste in any location. So better. I will show here. Gyanvapi. Okay, see it's a 6.5, not 7 exactly, but 6.5, 6.5, 7. Only few future wise little difference is there, but it's a 6.5 is also same as a 7. Both are in a web browsing kind of stuff. You can download this one if you want. If you want a 7, you can download it. Only few people can able to do it, guys. Not everyone. Okay, so why I am telling? Because minimum requirements are different. Okay, minimum 4 GB RAM you have to give for that particular virtual machine minimum. Okay, you cannot put more load on it because it's already 4 GB. Okay, so you must have a free space, at least a free available memory must be 5 GB. Then you can allocate 4 GB for it. And virtualization, adding a 3 lines are very important to it. Adding a 3 lines are very important to it. Okay, so then you can just once you are at least one server, if you know how to manage, you can manage it. Okay, so whatsoever it is, so we'll come to yesterday's and what is type 1 virtualization. Then we'll go to the remaining things. Guys, what is a virtualization? It is a software based or a virtual representation of something, application, network, server, storage, kind of stuff. Okay, lot of benefits are there, lot of virtual things are there, virtual machines, virtual hard disks, virtual network, virtual LANs, virtual routers, virtual switches. Okay, virtual applications. Okay, remote applications like that. Okay, so there is so many kind of stuff is there. Different type of virtualizations. So type of virtualization: server virtualization, desktop virtualization, network virtualization, storage virtualization, application virtualization, user state virtualization, presentation virtualization. Okay, in a server virtualization, what is server virtualization? We have to take one server. Okay, so in one single server, we install hypervisor and we can create a multiple virtual machines inside. Means we can run multiple operating systems on it. On top of operating system, we can run multiple applications in a single physical machine. Means physical server. You take one server, or means one physical machine. You can create a multiple virtual machines. We can run. We can install different type of operating systems as we required. We can run different applications on it. So that is a server virtualization. So the benefits of server virtualization. Okay, so it is there. So what is this? How to achieve a server virtualization? By using installing hypervisor. So what is a hypervisor? It is a virtualization platform. It is more like an operating system. It is like a operating system. We can install like a operating system. Okay, the hypervisors, whatever the hypervisor it is, we can install into hardware directly like a operating system. It contains a kernel which interacts with your hardware. Okay, which virtualize your hardware, which provide a basic shell for interaction, and we can manage these servers through desktop applications, or we can use web applications kind of stuff. Okay, so here it is, virtualization platform. To virtualize hardware resources, we can create and run virtual machines on the hypervisors. So these server hypervisors, this is a servers, hypervisor servers. Okay, Okay. VMware, from VMware is a very big organization, belongs to this virtualization. So that is vSphere is there. Okay, so vSphere ESXi is the this is the product from the VMware vSphere. So hypervisor platform is ESXi. Okay, so this is the product. So vSphere we install directly in your hardware, so we can able to create and run virtual machines inside that server, that from VMware. Okay, so version is 7th version is running. So either it is 7.0, 0.1, 0.2 or 1.1, little difference. So depends upon the time scale. You have to go to VMware website, there we can able to find what is the latest version. Next one is Microsoft Hyper-V. From Microsoft organization, we have a Windows servers are there. So in that one line, you can find Hyper-V server directly. Hyper-V server. So 2022 server, Windows Server 2022 is released into the market, but Hyper-V Server 2022 is not yet released, as I seen in a last month. Okay, last month means when we are downloaded 2019 Windows Server 2019, that time I have seen. So Hyper-V Server 2022 is not yet released. So today we'll see what is Hyper-V kind of stuff also, just once we finish this one. Citrix XenSever. From Citrix is an organization. Citrix is also a very big organization, guys. Citrix also provide a remote desktop kind of stuff. Okay, remote desktop servers. Okay, virtualization servers. This is also very big. But VMware got a very popular with a very simple virtualization kind of stuff. Virtualization, private virtualization means private cloud. VMware, private cloud, vSphere, vCenter, vCloud, this kind of stuff, vSAN. So VMware get a popular also in the market. But Citrix is a very old, like a Microsoft. Citrix is also a very old company. It is also very huge establishment in the things. Okay. So Citrix VDI, Citrix Xen Desktop, Citrix Xen Servers, Xen Virtual Apps, Xen App. So these are all products of Citrix. So Xen Center is for a server virtualization purpose. Next one is Proxmox, is a open source one. So we can directly install. It is a free one only. So no need to buy, no need to pay anything. Okay. These are all paid versions. These are all usually paid versions, but this is not a paid version. This is free version only. So it is a free and as well as a open source. Open source means source code is available, so you can develop on your own. And there is a lot of benefits of using Proxmox also. Simply go to Proxmox website, download a Proxmox-VE, and you can install into any 64-bit virtual machines. Of course, virtualization, nested virtualization must be there. Okay, and you can create it. Like vSphere is minimum 4 GB RAM is required. This is 2 GB RAM is also okay. Just for looking at it now, so that's it. And RedHat is also providing. RedHat Enterprise Virtualization is also providing. Okay, guys, these are the server hypervisors. Okay, it's like an operating system. Directly we can install on the machine. Okay, so directly it runs on your physical hardware. So it has kernel interacts with your hardware. Okay, so I given to few important things for a virtualization, whether it is hardware whether it is any type of virtualization. It is important thing is virtualization technology must be enabled in the hardware level. Okay, so of course all our servers are recently are a 64-bit only. You want to create a 64-bit virtual machine and run the 64-bit OS in it. So compulsory your virtualization technology must be enabled. Your PC must, your server must be 64-bit only. Okay, so you can verify this virtualization from your task manager. and also verify using this command in your Windows. Okay, you will find this kind of stuff. It meaning is yes, you can able to install. You can create 64-bit virtual machines inside. Secondary level translation means virtualization technology is enabled. And also you can find in a Linux, there's a certain files like a CPU info kind of stuff. Inside we can find tags or flags are there. Actually not tags, flags are there. You can look at that. There you can find virtualization related is enabled or not. Okay, how to enable everything is BIOS only. Okay, the server virtualization also called as Type1 virtualization. So it is a core server kind of stuff. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is, again I will tell hypervisors. So there is a little comparison kind of stuff. So guys, PPT is already, I have created that PPT. So some are copied from our sizer PPT only. Some only few things like this one from sizer PPT. All this is are my PPT, mine only. Okay, this is from Microsoft. This is mine. This is mine. This is from sizer. This is mine. Again, this is copy from VMware. This is from Microsoft. Okay, this is mine. Okay, this is Microsoft. This is again sizer. Okay, this is mine again. Mine means Microsoft. Okay, so it is a huge collection of different things, including I have a document. So I will share the document. Go through once. I'm not saying you must read entire document. I'm not saying that one. In this PPT contain 103 slides. Who will read 103 slides? Out of that one, how many questions you will get it? We don't know. Maybe 3-4 questions you will get it. 5 questions, 10 questions maximum, depends upon you. Okay, so I'm not telling so how many questions are there. So usually comparatively less than other topics, right? So I'm not telling that you must read it. I tell just go through once. Go one by one. Hardly it will take half an hour. By maximum 1 hour. Just go through one by one page. What it is, what it is, what it is. Check the titles. See the pictures. If it anything useful you want to read once, just read it. You don't want. You want to skip to next. Go to next. And you don't understand. Go to next. That is what I'm saying, guys. Getting a little idea is first important. You got little idea, then you will implement. If you don't get any idea, you don't know anything, you are in a blank screen, then you don't know anything. That's a simple point. Okay. Okay. So this one only I'm trying to explain here, guys. This is my server. I taken a server. You can put any name, server, host, or anything. Okay. You can put a server or a host or anything. This is my host one. Okay, so it contains a hardware, right? So like we have a hardware. This is a hardware layer, CPU, RAM, hard disk, network, like so many things. Hardware means so many parts are there. So this is my hardware layer. On top of the hardware layer, we install hypervisor. Install a hypervisor. It is a server hypervisor, means it's like a OS. We install this hypervisor. Just how you install a operating system, we install this virtualization platform. Okay, so what it will do, it virtualize your hardware, it interacts with your hardware. If you create a virtual machines, then we can run the virtual machines. Okay, this is what we discussed yesterday. Okay, so I create a virtual machine, sorry, create a virtual machines like this. There's a lot of things to discuss, but I'm telling like this. Okay, so we install operating system as per our requirement here, and we install application or services, and we run that server. So you can run virtual machine as a server, virtual machine, server operating system, or a particular services we can install, or a desktop we can install. Depends upon our requirement, we will install it. Okay. To do this one, what we are required? What is this server hypervisors? Hypervisor server or server hypervisors. Either you can choose VMware. What is the name, guys? VMware vSphere. ESXi. Okay. If you say vSphere, that is enough. Okay. ESXi is a versional hypervisor platform. Okay. Current version is 7 from Microsoft. HyperV server. HyperV server from Citrix XenSever. Actually, I want to skip all these things, but XenSever. Proxmox. There other few more things are maybe there. I'm not giving any guarantee, but as my knowledge, current knowledge, I'm giving these things. Proxmox-VE. It's a open source. Proxmox is a open source hypervisor platform. So then we can able to access. Okay. RedHat is a organization, you know, RedHat Linux, right? RedHat. RHEV, Red Hat Enterprise Virtualization. Enterprise Virtualization. So these are the hypervisors. These are these hypervisors. Any of this we can install in the server, so then we can create a virtual machines and run the virtual machines. Okay, this is one kind, which is we discussed already. Guys, understand this point? Just I want to tell about hypervisors, different hypervisors. Guys, understand this first point. Already we discussed yesterday. Take another host, something like this, whatever it is, no problem. So here it is. This is hardware layer. Okay, it contains an operating system, OS. Okay, and it contains hypervisor along with your operating system. It comes with your operating system. You have a OS related features like your desktop environment. You can run normal applications as you want to run an application. You got a regular control panel, user interfaces. You got a user interface. Okay, so like that, and also you'll get some hypervisors. So I will tell what is OS, what is hypervisor, kind of stuff. Okay, meaning is this hypervisor coming along with your operating system. It is integral part of your operating system. Okay, so here it is. You can create a virtual machines also. So this is, for example, I put a name of this one is host2, some computer name, host2. Okay, I create a virtual machines in this host2 by using this hypervisor. By using this hypervisor. This hypervisor comes along with operating system. Okay, comes along with the operating system. Look at here, hypervisors. With OS, along with OS. or as a feature. Okay, so a hypervisor with OS, you can tell in a different way. Hypervisor built-in OS, hypervisor as a feature, built-in feature as a feature, or integral part of OS. Like that we can able to tell. So I will tell from first one is from Microsoft only. Microsoft Windows OS with the Windows Server is also there. So that is Hyper-V. But which Windows? You have to tell that right now. So that is important. Windows 10 Pro or Enterprise. Not any everywhere. I'll remove Microsoft. So space is not enough because I need more space for another thing. Okay. This is hypervisor within a OS, inside a OS. It is also directly it's also type 1 type only. Okay. Next, Windows. This is comes under server part. Big list. 2008, 64, 2008 R2, 2012, 2012 R2, 2016, 2019, 22 we don't know. As a feature, Hyper-V. Okay, this is entirely big list. So I'll remove all these things just for from 2008, 64-bit onwards. Okay. Next, Linux. If we take any enterprise Linux, mostly enterprise Linux 6 onwards, EL7 like that. Okay, 5 I not much remember. 5.5 has virtualization kind of stuff. We have a platform called QEMU. This is the platform name of Linux. Means RedHat Enterprise Linux, CentOS, Fedora, right? So when you are having that kind of enterprise Linux, you have a virtualization, built-in virtualization feature is there. Built-in virtualization feature is there. So you can create and run virtual machines inside. If you want, I will show you in my Linux virtual machine. I can also show you. I will try to show you that one. Okay. So as I remember, there is a two important things. One is Hyper-V, another one is KVM. So if you have a Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 10, Pro or Enterprise, you will get a Hyper-V feature. Compulsory 64. 60. Work. Okay, so 2008 server, 2008 64, 2008 R2, 12, 12 R2, 16, 19, of course maybe 2022 also maybe having a Hyper-V as a feature, built-in feature. You cannot download this hypervisor. Guys, understand second one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm going to third one. Third one is little bigger. So we have a gap. Not required bigger. This is enough. It can place it in different way. I never took this much time to explain. Took a lot of time, but I took a extra time also this time. Okay, for this one. Point is, I've seen, I've never seen, but I hope. But when I learn things, so then I learn first of all Hyper-V and virtualization. Like I am certified means learn and as well as teach. That is the thing, including certification. That is Hyper-V with a SCCM. Then also I went to institute and I learned about a VMware, vSphere, and vCenter. Okay, XenSever I tried myself. That's only a point. Okay, but thing is, one situation then I use the virtualization kind of stuff. Means VMware workstation kind of stuff. But original server virtualization related Hyper-V I learn and I do practice. I teach. I keep using that one. So Hyper-V part. I have a lot of 4 years experience in the stuff, including certification. Okay. So next one is I went to Zoom Technologies in Hyderabad for learning vSphere. Okay. Yeah, it's one more point, guys. It is so Zoom Technologies. Now it is open or not, I don't know. After when this is okay. So this which give you courses with a very less cost. For example, you want to learn any of your friend. Now you don't need to, maybe in future or maybe any of your friend want to learn something like a CCNA kind of technology or maybe a Microsoft MCSA kind of technologies. Not complete full 100% they won't teach you, and also they don't charge you hourly, not overcharging, because if you go to the NIIT for CCNA they will charge you 15,000, 10,000, 15,000. And what are they taught? Nothing difference. You don't feel much difference. Okay, these are all providing a direct labs also if institute is open. Okay, not open means it is online only. It is CCNP Enterprise. Very good. Now there are add up cloud computing, machine learning and all. We don't know. See, this is VMware vSphere, Cisco security like this. Okay, there is a combination courses also there. Free books are available. Okay, you can easily download those free books. 25,000 cyber security professional. This is online training. I think institute is not yet open. Including XenSever, normal XenSever I learned. This is our not hardware dependent kind of stuff. That's why they think they have shown like this. Okay, live online. We need a offline, not online. Because of COVID and all. Okay, so it is a little suggestion. People want to learn a particular course with a less price, cheaper price. So then also you can tell them to you can learn from here. Okay, not online. So don't go with online here because the lab is very important. We are paying mainly for lab like a CCNA kind of stuff, not online kind of stuff. Okay. This is the course curriculum also they are providing, complete full detail course curriculum also providing. but 49,000 is I'm not telling. I don't think so that much cost they will charge or not. Not cloud computing, guys. Plus practicals. PC at your home, they are not providing any infrastructure. So this is no longer suggestible means. So they are charging 15,000. They're giving maybe online kind of stuff. It is not at all this one. Yeah, this is classroom training. So it is MCSA, Linux, that add up. Normally 3 combination ports is there. So 5,000. Even it is higher cost because cost increased. They will tell like this. By this cost, we can get a CCNA, MCSA, Linux 3 courses by 5,000 only earlier. Now it is showing like this security kind of stuff. Course presentation, lab manuals, plus GST. Okay, so that's the point I'm trying to say. It is find out, guys, whenever you want to learn something, check for a first any free. We are Indians, guys. First we will see free course. Next one is once you know what it is, then we'll pay for it if it is useful, if required. Okay, that's the only suggestion. Yeah, what is the third point I want to tell about a post 3? Guys, it contains the operating system. We have our own operating system. Anything, Windows, Linux, Mac, anything. OS can be anything. So regular OS or Windows desktop or Linux desktop or maybe Mac OS. Okay, so any operating system we install any kind of operating system. That's it. Our regular PCs, our regular laptops, regular PCs or regular laptops. So in this one, I install an application. In this one, I install a application. Okay, I install a application. What application it is? Hypervisor application. So I will remove this one. So then no problem. I will application. What happened? Application, hypervisor application. So using this application, we can create virtual machines, right? We are creating virtual machines. So we install OS here and we run applications inside. So this is hypervisor application. Okay, normal desktop, no built-in any virtualization platform. Built-in virtualization platform, you didn't get it. Okay, you can also check for guys, people who anybody use Mac OS. Also, you can search in a Google or a YouTube if you have any built-in virtualization platform is there. Okay, so just check it once. That's it. Don't do it. Just check it once. Okay. This is host 1, host 2, host 3. My first is a server. It's a basic hardware, and we install hypervisor directly, and we create a virtual machines inside, and we are using. how to create and all we have seen for a vSphere. And this is you have an operating system, for example, Windows 8, 8.1 or Windows 10, either professional or enterprise. Built-in Hyper-V is there. Feature of Hyper-V is there. You have to install that feature, then you will get a Hyper-V feature. Or if you have a Windows servers, so standard edition or a data center edition. Of course, there is another point is also standard or a data center PC. Okay, standard edition or a data center edition. So you will get a Hyper-V role. So you install a Hyper-V role, then you will get a Hyper-V feature inside. Hyper-V platform for virtualization. You have a Linux or Unix. Linux and Unix is also there. Just I'm talking in a Linux manner. So in Linux, RedHat 6, RedHat 7, RedHat 8. So by built-in KVM or QEMU platform is there. So you can also will get a virtualization in Linux built-in. So finally, I got a laptop. I have a Windows 10. I have a Windows 10 Home Edition. No built-in feature. My OS is not a hypervisor OS. It is a regular OS, regular applications. Okay, regular applications, game, these things are there. Mine is a normal desktop. Now I want a virtualization. What to do? I install VMware workstation. I go to VirtualBox. I want to VirtualBox. I create a virtual machines inside. I run the virtual machines. Look at here. I create a different virtual machines as per my requirement. I created a Linux machines, Windows machines, Windows Server, Windows 10. I will create, I use it and working on it. But I running these virtual machines. How can I create and run this virtual machine? Dependency is application. Which application? VMware Workstation 16 Pro application. Application runs on operating system. Application runs on our operating system. This is VirtualBox. See this, there is a virtual machines are there. These virtual machines are created, like I can create a virtual machine also from here. So create now virtual machine, running the virtual machine based on this Oracle VM VirtualBox application. Application runs on operating system. Application runs on operating system. So I have a hardware, means I have a computer, laptop, contains an operating system like a Windows 10, Home Edition or Pro Edition, whatever it is. I have an operating system. So on the top of operating system, I install a application. What are the applications? We'll see. Hypervisors. Applications. Okay. Not application hypervisor, it is application hypervisor applications. Hypervisor applications. Okay. So from VMware. Workstation. Box. The Oracle VirtualBox. It is free, guys. It is free. It's also free. Workstation is paid version. Okay. VMware Player is free. It's also free. No need to pay anyone. Microsoft Virtual PC software name is application. Okay. So Microsoft but important is it's Windows 7 only. Since XP 7, we can use it. Not support. Built-in support. On Windows 7 only. Up to on Windows 7 means on Windows 7 you can install. Windows XP you can install. No longer use. Okay, this no longer use. Now it is not there. Okay. Yeah, I thought I will cover a lot of space, so I will complete the space, but it is very good. So look, it is small. Guys, okay, what is this? Hypervisor applications. So using an application, we can achieve our goal. We can create a virtual machines, right? We are creating virtual machines. I create a lot of machines. Okay, so XP, Windows, old and new OSs. OS and new OS. Yes, so this is called a Type1 Virtualization, and also called as bare metal virtualization. Okay, so this is also bare metal virtualization. How to put it? No space. Okay, it is a Type1 virtualization or a bare metal virtualization. You can put a top of it, okay. This is called a Type2 virtualization. Called a Type2 virtualization. This is called a Type2 virtualization. What is Type2 virtualization? Using a hypervisor application, you create a virtual machines and you are using. You are not running virtual machines. You are running virtual machines. These virtual machines is running directly. No voice interaction, no other application interaction. We are directly running on this. We are directly running, no application interaction, no voice interaction here. Same goes here. We are running an application. We are running a virtual machine directly on the hardware. No OS or a use, no OS or any other application interference. Directly using hypervisor, we are interacting it. Through hypervisor, we interact with the hardware. No OS involvement, no application involvement. But this is not like that. This is application. So first of all, virtual machines runs on the application. So it is compulsory application OS, and OS through OS it will run on hardware. Of course, there is no use of running a virtual machine, not depends upon but running a depends upon OS. Understand? Okay. The first one is server virtualization. The second is desktop. It's the one all part of desktop. Type1 virtualization, Type2 virtualization, but directly on the or host 3. The Type2 virtualization desktop virtualization condition is that desktop virtualization means
Sorry, you are not audible. Excuse me, sir. मेरा आवाज कम कर. Hello.
Guys, can you able to see my screen now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, then voice also clear. Okay, so there is some network related issues happened, so then we are done. Okay, so I don't know from which onwards I disconnected. These are the three things I explained. I'm writing those things here. Okay, hypervisor with OS means hypervisor as feature in OS or built-in OS, not downloading, not download kind of stuff, not application. Okay, it is a built-in feature. Okay, built-in any word you can take it. Hypervisor as a feature in a OS, hypervisor or a built-in OS. Okay, so it is not a kind of application. So who are there? Is like a from Microsoft, Windows, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 10, mainly 64-bit. You get a, sorry, one more point is there now, professional and enterprise. Then you will get a Hyper-V. Okay, they will get a Hyper-V. So I will give you a break now, Alan. So I will type these things and we will. Okay, next, same thing in Microsoft Windows Server 2008. It is introduced in 2008, 64, 2008 R2. Again, I will tell these things, guys. In a Hyper-V 12, 12 R2, 2016, 2019. Here Hyper-V is available here. Next, Linux, mainly Linux, KVM, QEMU. This is the platform. KVM, QEMU. KVM, QEMU is also platform we use in a this one. In a RedHat Enterprise Linux, Proxmox use this platform to build virtualization kind of stuff, Type1 virtualization kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, this is a hypervisor along with the OS. Next, I'm going to Type2 virtualization. This is Type2 virtualization. What is Type2 virtualization? We install Hypervisor application on OS, right? So what are those things? VMware workstation, okay, and of course player is free one. Next, VirtualBox from Oracle, okay, it is also free. Okay, Microsoft VirtualPC to be used earlier, that is also free, both 32-bit 64-bit version, no longer available, no longer support. Okay, this can install in up to Windows 7 only. Not after that one. No longer support from Windows 8. Okay, from Windows 8 means from Windows 7. Okay, no. Okay, not support in not support from Windows 8. Support up to Windows 7.
Windows 7.
But these are two are available workstation layer. Application we install an operating system. So then we can achieve virtualization. We can create a okay. Yeah, tell me guys. Tell me. Guys understand? Up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So take a break, 10 minutes break.